What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Rob Kim, and welcome back to the Rob Kim Show. And in this one, we got another reaction video coming at you by hold on, watch out, boom, the great one. And his video, this Raw segment was peak storytelling. I believe this is from this past week's Raw. With Seth and Cody. So yeah, definitely this week's Raw. So let's react to the video, see what he's talking about. Let's see his take on the segment.
Peak storytelling, man. WrestleMania 40 build was so good, it's still a huge part of WWE television. Rollins tried to play the bigger man with his morals. Don't you dare sell your soul to The Rock. With Cody responding, your soul is already compromised. And the way they just stayed silent after talking about everything they've been through. Man, these two are truly wrestling soulmates, right? I quite like this episode, man. I'm confused why wrestling on Raw is so much better than on SmackDown. Like, I was having so much fun watching these matches. Yes, even Tozawa versus Gunter.
Hey, Tozawa,
Especially Tozawa versus Gunter. I mean, Tozawa had
Yeah, I said Tozawa. Tozawa was doing his thing. I ain't gonna lie. He was he was fighting. He was definitely fighting this Monday, bro. Hold on, let me adjust a little bit. All right, boom.
any chance. Austin Theory face turn tease, Punk cooking Logan, great Cody and Rollins segment, Braun Breaker is the effing man, and of course new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. What a banger, by the way. Whoever worked on this match deserves a raise. I mean, they absolutely nailed the drama in this match. The crowd were so into it. And that's what's so weird about Monday Night Raw lately, is that a lot of these matches, especially the main events, feel like pay-per-view level matches. And SmackDown is so different, man. Like, I keep complaining every week. Well, in the main event of SmackDown, we're getting a random ass match that doesn't even matter. It's like these shows are being run by different people. So people, let's talk about Raw. Logan Paul enters a lot of booze. He calls the crowd peasants. He brags about beating Rey Mysterio and claims he'll win the Elimination Chamber match, then defeat Cody Rhodes and become the face of WWE. CM Punk interrupts.
No, no, you're not. You definitely are not going to be no face of WWE. First of all, you don't even be there enough to be no face. So what are you talking about?
Obviously a
Yeah.
huge pop, and he is unimpressed with Paul. Paul accuses Punk of being jealous, and CM Punk fires back by calling Logan Paul a loudmouth with no substance. The fans deserve better. I really like this segment because CM Punk was kind of acknowledging the actual reasons why we hate Logan Paul, we dislike Logan Paul, you know, not the character or the actual person. One of these days Punk will have to say, at least I can travel to Japan. Logan Paul mocks CM Punk's injury and says, one day, these people will be chanting my name. Punk dismisses Paul as a flash in the pan and vows to eliminate him at Elimination Chamber. And Logan Paul actually slaps CM Punk in the head. Punk says, you better run right now because you won't be able to inside the Elimination Chamber. Lovely stuff, man, but it got me thinking. CM Punk
Not keeping a buck with you guys. I was watching Raw, but I wasn't watching Raw. You feel me? For some reason, I have to watch Raw on my laptop or this or over here in this setup I have for my computer. If I'm not over here, my laptop is in my room. For some reason, when I watch Netflix on my TV, and I'm pretty sure it's the TV because the TV I have, I never heard of the brand. Sorry, I Element, whatever. Every time I watch Netflix Raw Live, it's like it's delayed. It's like not even like delayed. Like the audio is delayed from the picture, so I can't even watch it on TV. So watching it on the laptop, and I was kind of having a conversation on the phone. So I was watching it, but I wasn't watching it. You feel me? Like, so I kind of got off the phone towards like 10ish, and I called like the last match with the tag women's tag team championship. I also called the segment between Cody and Seth Rollins. So that's why I really didn't do a Raw review. Plus, I'm trying to figure out how to make the Raw reviews for you guys a little bit shorter and a little more compact, because I noticed those videos are not doing as well as I would like. Hopefully in the future they will pick up steam, and hopefully in the future I could do more on time, like I actually after Raw, or I try to do it the next day for you guys, but hopefully in time I could do those videos more change the format and do it like more accurate, more better for you guys if I can. But
Punk is not winning the Elimination Chamber match. I would say we're probably getting Logan Paul versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. I don't hate the idea, but that means CM Punk is not main eventing, which kind of sucks. Anyway, we have WrestleMania 42. But also, what about Paul Heyman's
why?
favor? It's almost clear we gotta get Roman Reigns and CM Punk in the same match at WrestleMania, unless the favor is going to play a big part later after WrestleMania. I'm not sure. They're also teasing Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. And don't get me wrong, people, I'm not complaining. I love this. I love the unpredictability. That's what made WrestleMania 40 so special. We had no idea what's gonna happen. More drama in the Judgment Day. Obviously, they want new members, and Finn Balor disagrees. Obviously, the biggest talking point is it possibly Aleister Black? I feel like that is a decent idea, but it needs to be a big story because the Judgment Day are just kind of there. I don't know, maybe they suffered from overexposure, but the faction
You on to something. I ain't gonna lie. You are on to something. I thought it was gonna be AJ, and I was rocking with the idea of AJ Styles being in the Judgment Day, but I would just call it something else other than the Judgment Day. But you, sir, are on to something.
just doesn't excite me anymore. We got a very cool triple threat match between Ludwig Kaiser, Penta, and Pete Dunne. It's almost hard to review this episode because every match was so entertaining to watch, and that's what I appreciate so far about Raw on Netflix. Maybe they're trying more. I don't know what it is about this show, but it's so much more fun to watch than SmackDown. Like, this was an absolute banger, and this was the first match of Monday Night Raw. Very surprising finish though, because Ludwig Kaiser actually won. Obviously by protecting Penta, he was not pinned in this match, but correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time he actually lost a match in the WWE if we're not counting the Royal Rumble match. So that is a big deal. Ludwig deserves it, absolutely. Very good heel, can't stand this fucking guy. You can tell WWE have high hopes for him. And let's not overreact, Penta is not getting buried or losing his push. I mean, the amount of money they're spending on his entrance alone, people. The amount of money they're spending on his entrance alone. Cool heel promo work by The New Day, and we jump into LWO versus The New Day, which made me realize I want to see these two more on my television. I'm talking about the LWO. You know, we mostly see Rey Mysterio and these two just standing watching the match, but they're really, really entertaining, and it was a bit of a reminder to me. Now, this was a pretty predictable match. The New Day picked up the W as expected. We got Dragon Lee with the save, but that didn't work out. Absolutely the right result. Obviously, the New Day are doing a great job as heels right now, and you know, picking up some W's. They're finally getting that momentum. But all I'm saying is, LWO are pretty cool. Wish we would see them more on television. We got a Gunter promo, and he sarcastically says the crowd is excited to see the greatest wrestler compete. He didn't like the idea of facing Jey Uso, but now he sees it as a chance to end the Yeet circus. And now he got to handpick his opponent, Akira Tozawa.
Come on, he handpicked Akira Tozawa, bro. Good though. Come on, you're world heavyweight champion. You pick it to Zawa. I don't owe people to go.
Because Akira reminds him a lot of Jey Uso, all about dancing, you know, not taking wrestling seriously. So we got the match. I was expecting a squash. I mean, we all thought that's gonna happen. We all thought Akira Tozawa is going to be the living shit out of Gunter. You know, Akira Tozawa actually got a lot of offense in this one. That surprised me, but obviously it was a great way to pop the crowd. People were chanting for him, popping for everything he did. Can't think of a better underdog story, you know. Gunter, you got to face the GOAT. Can't think of a better underdog story. Wow. And props to Akira for actually giving me a chance. What shocked me though is that Akira Tozawa lost anyway, and after the match he got attacked. Gunter retreats once he saw Otis, but came back to finish him off. Finish him off might not be the right way to say it, you know? But you get what I'm trying to tell you. It's very good that I actually
Pause.
use screenshots, right? Now that I beat Akira Tozawa, I'm gonna finish off Otis. Just because. Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Really good. Again, people were loving it. Somewhat unpredictable because, again, I kinda saw Dakota Kai as possible first ever Intercontinental Champion. Enjoyed this match. Lara won. Mutual respect. Okay, so I talked about the WWE ID.
Alright, so to say that, right? The reason why Dakota Kai the reason why Dakota Kai wasn't picked because of her injury history, and she literally came back from a concussion, which obviously all these injuries is not her fault, but it's just that she's injury prone, and which hopefully going forward is not the case. But yeah, so far she's been out a lot, so they really couldn't depend on her to really, or weren't too sure to have her as champion, to depend on her to be champion. So I understand why they kind of went with Lyra on that one. So you really can't be mad at the decision, because it's unfortunate that Dakota does get injured a lot, but you'd rather play safe than sorry at the same
The
time.
championships, and I said that I don't want more titles in the WWE, but ID championships being in WWE makes sense because it's not for the main roster. It doesn't matter, right? Like, you're not gonna see Roman Reigns with that championship, but then people said, well, the great one, you said you want mid-card women's championships. So it does sound a little hypocritical, I'll admit. At this point, we have so many women in the WWE, obviously before they fired a bunch. It just makes sense. But I also remember saying we need one, not two right away. So far, I feel like WWE could do a better job. But as long as we're actually seeing these championships being defended, I'm fine with it. And, we can have more women's storylines.
I gotta also think about who's in NXT right now. Like, look at, they call it NXT the greatest women divisions, the no, the best women division in all of wrestling right now. And honestly, that might be facts. That might be facts. Plus, you got TNA partnership. You got a lot of women in this, in that needs, well, first of all, needs camera time. There's two main, not main, well, two main championship, the women's world heavyweight and the WWE championships. So for, like, say, let's say in the next 3 years, you got, who's coming up? Roxanne Perez, uh Cora Jade, Stephanie Valkyr, you got Julia, you got Jordan Grace, you got Kalani Jordan, you got, who else? Whoever else, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, you got, I don't know a lot of names. I'm doing pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. You got a lot of women in NXT right now that, in the next 2 to 3 years, I feel like the main roster is really gonna be not overpopulated, but women division wise is gonna be pretty strong. And I ain't gonna lie, you know who's coming back. It's Boss Time. She definitely coming back. So you gonna have her in the mix, and you know who I'm talking about. Mercedes. You know what to do. You gotta opt out in your third year, or whatever year you got that opt out option on your contract. You better do it too, cause you ain't getting no love in AEW, and the fans kind of not fucking with you. So you already know. Bring your ass home.
With championships, I actually prefer women's mid-card championships than tag team championships, right? And again, with the roster being so huge, it
Oh,
only makes sense.
um, what's the girl's name? Metaphor, whatever. Sorry, I don't mean to disrespect. Metaphor, I don't know their name. For Meta, those two, the very tall chocolate woman and the very short one with the, not short, but the lollipop. I don't know their names. I forgot. I know their names. I just can't. I'm thinking of a Blake. I know who they are. Meta. I know their group name is Metaphor, or whatever. Or whatever it is. I don't know. Something like that. Them two. You got them two too. You got baby Jada, Jada Cargill, because they have the same movesets. And you got her tag team partner that be sucking on lollipops pose. Like, I don't know why she always with a lollipop. I kind of like.
It's only fair for women have these mid-card championships too. The fact, however, still remains both for men and women, the more championships you have, the less the other titles are prestigious. Let's be honest right here. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying Cody has the more important title. Well, let's be fair. Man, I'm really digging this Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn storyline. He talked about this unsanctioned match, about how he talked to Kevin's mother and he realized this is going too far. What is happening? That's the difference. We used to fight all the time, but family was never involved. That's the difference. Man, I just can't wait for the match. And I gotta tell you, man, Elimination Chamber looks packed. Absolutely amazing. Like, I was already excited about it, but now we have this match and we have The Rock appearing. All of a sudden, again, it feels like Road to WrestleMania, and I was really worried about this Mania. Still am, to a certain degree, but at least I'm excited. And I kind of feel like WWE should end this match in a clusterfuck, which will probably happen, and have this match again at WrestleMania. I mean, so far, I feel like the story is working. We got Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio. Man,
Yeah, but my thing about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, how many times we gonna do that? At least if we're gonna do it this time, can we do it for like a title? Like it would been good if Sammy still had his Intercontinental Championship, then Kevin Owens won that title. Even though I would rather them both do it for like either the main world championship or like I would rather have them in a world title picture going against each other for them to check that off their bucket list of their rivalry together. But they're gonna put on a banger. That's not the problem. It's just for years I feel like we got Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens got this. Obviously, their careers are tied together, but it's like it's been going on for so long that I feel like the only two people they could face is them two and each other essentially, and it's just is it's I'm not gonna say it's played out, but it's kind of played out. Like them two being involved with each other, I get it. They're brothers at the end of the day, in a sense, but them two being involved with each other, like y'all could like give them like what 2 WrestleManias ago? Like yeah, 2 WrestleManias ago they was main eventing night one, so it's like let's give them like space for each other to build their self individually up as main eventer. Kevin Owens is already in that status of a main eventer. Let's get Sami Zayn to that level of him in NXT and be a main eventer, and then we could revisit that for a world championship down the line. Like that's the only thing that's left to do. They never faced each other for a world title. I want to see that. That I want to see. This match just like we seen it already. They're gonna put on a banger. Don't get me wrong, but like, come on.
Breaker is turning into my favorite wrestler, dude. Just an absolute machine. Now, unfortunately, the match ended in disqualification, with Braun Breaker still getting the upper hand. This dude is the future of the WWE, man. And again, in my previous video, I questioned whether there's this thing such as tweener, not a good guy, not a bad guy. And I still kinda stand by it because at the end of the day, you're either going to be in a rivalry against a babyface or a heel. That tells you whether you're a babyface or a heel. We have exceptions in rare cases, but I guess Braun Breaker is the closest thing to a tweener you could have. He's like a heel that the crowd actually love. And let's be fair right here. We're in the ring with Dominic Mysterio. Obviously, you're going to be the babyface. Cody talked about The Rock's offer, talked about his journey, his family, students, fathers, sacrifices, everything it took to get to that point. We see Seth Rollins, and he questions why Cody didn't reject The Rock's offer immediately, which is actually a pretty fair point. If you're such a good
Hey, Seth got that shit on. Let me stop.
guy, just say no. Are you thinking about it, Cody? Are you actually thinking about it?
He got
Rollins
that shit
reminds
on.
Rhodes
Look
of
at
their
him.
battle against the Bloodline and warns them not to betray everything they fought for. Cody fires back, accusing Rollins of being judgmental and bringing up his past betrayal, such as, Seth Rollins betraying the Shield. But he acknowledges Rollins' sacrifices, calling him the MVP of WrestleMania 40, which was a beautiful moment. The crowd showed respect to Seth Rollins. When you think about it, Seth Rollins is the reason why Cody is the WWE champion. Seth Rollins is the reason why Roman Reigns lost the championship. Rollins says, maybe I'm telling you all of this is because I don't want you to make the same mistakes. And he wants to face the real Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, not a soul.
My thing is the brand split not existent anymore? Like, why is Cody on? For all this, you might as well just swap them at this point. I don't know what's taking them so long. Hopefully, do it after this WrestleMania. Like, put the WWE Championship on Raw, put the World Heavyweight Championship on SmackDown. I don't know what's taking so long for that, but for Cody to be on both shows, it's kind of like why. And then we got mostly, I ain't gonna say mostly, but we got Raw guys in the Elimination Chamber to face him at WrestleMania. It is mostly Raw guys, because it's Seth Raw, CM Punk Raw, who's in there, Drew is SmackDown. That's what John Cena is a free agent, so I'm gonna just say Cena's on Raw because that's where the money. And then who else is in there? Logan Paul is a Raw guy, so we basically got. You see what I'm saying? Like one person is literally representing SmackDown in this Elimination Chamber, right? So it's like, why is he like? Why we just don't put Gunther on SmackDown and just put Cody on Raw? Just Just put the titles, just put the titles how it was back in when I was a kid, bro. Because this, it don't make sense for him to be on Raw right now. Like I'm confused, and it don't make sense why a lot of Raw guys is in the Elimination Chamber match, unless again the brand split doesn't matter anymore. But it's like if the brand split doesn't matter, what's the point of having two world titles?
Soulless version. Absolutely love this segment. And it's interesting because, like, obviously, I'm like almost 100% sure Cody is not turning heel, but maybe there's a bigger plan. You know, the WrestleMania main event is so confusing to me because I feel like, okay, John Cena is winning, right? But is he? Maybe whatever is going to happen with The Rock and Cody at Elimination Chamber is going to change up the match. What about Paul Heyman's favor to CM Punk? I mean, logically, I just don't see Cody Rhodes turning heel. The most basic, predictable, boring scenario is Cody refusing, hitting Crossroads on The Rock, that's it. They kinda teased Austin Theory's babyface turn again once he actually yeeted with Jey Uso, and he wasn't the one getting super kicked. And it's about time. They already teased this face turn like 7 months ago, I believe. We were all convinced, okay, Austin Theory is turning babyface, and then it just...
But what's the difference between this time? He actually is being loved by the fans. Like the fans actually rock with. I rock with Austin Theory. I've been his potential is crazy. Like he could benefit from being a face. I'm not gonna lie, but let's see. Let here's what I would say. Let the crowd organically decide that. Like, but right now they're all rooting for him to turn face. So let that. See, this is why I'm glad they didn't do it 7 months ago. Let it organically happen with the crowd and allow the crowd to turn him face versus y'all just writing in the story. Of course allow the story to be there, but allow the crowd to assist him turning face rather than just turning him face. You know, it's more organic if the crowd is behind him. So I hopefully the crowd does get behind Austin Theory. We do the pop. I know the pop is gonna be crazy if he turns, but hopefully it does lead to him um as a babyface in a more prominent role, not really a tag team, maybe in the mid card, of course, going for that. I don't. But he's on Raw now, going for the IC title. But I feel like Austin Theory is definitely one of the pillars of the future. Grayson Waller is too, along with Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes. Who else? All the young guys that's there, Trick Williams. You know, they are the pillars in the future of the company. So, but I think that if you're talking about the four pillars, definitely Theory, Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, and if I had to throw a fourth person in there, as a heel, Ethan Page.
stopped. But I like the idea of WWE.
Oh, and we got Ricky Starks, aka Ricky Saints. I don't. I'm gonna talk about that one day. I don't like his name change. I ain't gonna lie. The last name, it's gonna Ricky Saints. Like I'd rather them just let him keep his name, but it's gonna grow on people. It's gonna grow on me sooner or later. It's just hearing it now. It's just like nah. I'd rather him to be Ricky Starks.
WWE still acknowledging, still following it up because I saw something on NXT a couple of months ago. It doesn't seem like they completely abandoned the idea. Finally, we got the main event, WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. I absolutely love the way WWE booked this because so many false finishes, which I know can get repetitive, but it really worked in this match, especially since it's a tag team match. You're kinda still protecting finishers. So much drama in this one. I literally had no idea who's gonna win this one. I also kinda dig the finish.
Yo, when Dom put Liv's leg on the rope, the ref is counting, facing Dom, counting, saw Dom do it. And I'm like, yo, you literally just saw the man put her leg on the rope. You're not gonna kick him out. He literally goes, I'm like, bro, you was counting and staring at that man right there. You saw him do it. That shit, I was like, logically, that don't make sense. He's in a position to clearly see that Dom put her foot. It's not like Dom was ducking, underneath the like ducking so he couldn't be seen or anything. Like bro. If y'all, I know if y'all watched that and y'all saw when he put her foot on the rope, I was like, bro, if the ref don't kick him out, bro, he clearly saw the man do it.
Naomi got slammed into the ring post, and she sold it. She got pinned. Sometimes you need that. You know, it's supposed to hurt. I like that. So we have new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Big Pyro, big moment, very good match, really enjoyed it, but let me know in the comments below. Was it cheating? Like, slamming someone's head on the announce table will not cause the disqualification. Referee didn't see what was happening, but if he saw, would Raquel get
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, the way shut up.
disqualified? I guess it's because she wasn't the legal one in the match. So I guess we're getting a follow-up where they complain, well, we didn't actually lose, they cheated. While I don't necessarily care about the Judgment Day anymore that much, great match. That was your episode of
Until
Raw,
they
people.
added
Let me know your
a
thoughts
member.
in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, the great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure. We got another...
Oh shit, my bad. Yes sir, yes sir. Appreciate y'all. Hey, go. Make sure I subscribe to the Great Ones channel. Leave a like on his video. The video will be in the description below. As always, subscribe to your boy's channel. It's gonna be somewhere in the icon somewhere. Blah blah blah. As I point wherever. But appreciate y'all for watching this one. Always remember, keep doing your thing and make it make sense. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.